Hey everyone, welcome to Asheville Reboot, a podcast that is going to be detailing community leaders and people that are helping Western North Carolina rebuild and thrive after Hurricane Helene. I'm Alex Jarbo, the owner of Engadine Inn and Cabins. Today we are joined by Anna Britt, the owner of Asheville Weddings Events.
Hi, so my name is Anna Britt, the owner of Asheville Weddings and Events here in Asheville, North Carolina. So I am a small business. It is solely just me that works full-time for my company, contracting out other, wonderful wedding planners to help me with my services. I focus mostly on destination couples coming here to get married. That tends to be the clientele that comes here to Asheville. I love my local clients. Please hit me up if you're local as well. But again, Asheville is a tourist destination, so it only makes sense for most of my weddings to be destination based for my couples. Along with that, I also do events. I help plan fundraising galas and pretty much anything along those lines. I do balloons, anything that involves a party, I'm there.
So we are recording this in the beginning of September, so we're coming up on the 1 year of the hurricane. So if you want to go through how your business was affected by just the hurricane and what your industry saw with the hurricane and where we're at now.
Yeah. So I had a pretty unique experience in what kind of happened with the hurricane. I had actually taken a week before, because we're kind of getting into the busy season.
Right.
So I had gone down to the beach, to a family beach house, by myself with my dog the week before the hurricane, and just took some time for my wedding season got started, because wedding season and leave season in Asheville coincides. And I talked to my couples on the way down there and was like, hey, taking this week off. I'm going to revamp and we'll get back to it. My boyfriend on Wednesday was like, hey, you need to come back up to Asheville. Hurricane might be hitting. And I was like, no, I'm going to stay down here. It'll be fine. I'll come back up on Friday.
Yeah.
It's not what happened. The hurricane hit Friday morning, lost communication with everyone, including Alex, sending SOSs, and eventually got up here about 3 days after the hurricane hit. Luckily, I was able to talk to my couples before I came back up here, and I did let them know, hey, there's no service, cell phone towers, Wi-Fi, everything's down, no water, nothing. Like, I promised to get back to you, but I was very transparent. I was like, I can't get a hold of your wedding venues. I can't get a hold of anybody that's up there. I pretty much fair warned them to go ahead and start letting, people know that their wedding's unfortunately probably not going to happen.
Yeah. We had a bride here. I don't know if you remember that she was, I think, she was doing her wedding at Chestnut. And I mean, her wedding completely canceled that week.
Yeah, really thought that, I remember going into that weekend, I was so devastated for a lot of my fellow wedding planners that had weddings. And I was like, oh man, that really sucks for them and their clients. Hopefully my clients will be able to get
water.
They'll be fine. I got up here and started understanding the gravity of the situation, and
You were probably seeing stuff on the news there.
which was traumatic, especially when you can't get a hold of anybody.
Right.
You just don't know what's happening, and they're telling you there's no access in or out of Asheville. And I'm sitting there GPSing how to get home, and it's telling me 10 hours. I have to go through Virginia. So yeah, that was rough. Luckily, my couples were very understanding and very kind during the whole disaster incident, and most of the couples were scheduled for later into November. I went and did one in Charlotte, so that was additional travel expense. I did have to refund some people. I had couples just completely cancel, and so I didn't end up receiving the second half of the payment.
Right.
And then, going into the holiday season, that's when couples are getting engaged.
Right.
And so with that, that's kind of our busy booking season. That's when I see my most inquiries come in. That's not what happened. Luckily, I was able to accrue a good amount of weddings in the back end, kind of going into the February season. It started picking up. It's proven to be a little difficult because it's been a very short engagement period. So having to plan a lot of details for couples in a very quick turnaround. But again, just thankful in general that they came.
Do you feel like right now, recording this in early September, almost hitting a year, has things started to pick up at least for you now?
Yeah, I actually just over the weekend got 3 inquiries, and most of them were for next year.
Yeah.
I think people are seeing a lot of people talking about Asheville's open,
Right.
which I agree. There's still a lot of parts, especially the parts that I worked in, like Swannanoa, that are still focusing on the rebuild. But I have to say, probably commercially, Asheville's doing better.
Yeah. So now looking past, say, this year, going into next year, 2 years from now, even because some people book 2 years out, what are you most excited about with what's happening with our rebuild here? I hate to say the word rebuild because, like I said, there are areas that are affected pretty bad, but there's also a lot of really cool things that are happening in the area. I mean, all the things that the River Arts District's doing. Once September 1 hits, pumpkin spice season started, and then all of the leaf season
Yeah.
promotions started that I saw on Instagram, Facebook, and online and stuff through Explore Asheville. So what do you say one or two things that you're most excited about leading into both this leaf season, but also say next year and a couple of years from now?
Yeah. Again, probably most excited about a longer engagement period for my couples,
Yeah.
because that means I kind of get to spend more time with them
Yeah.
and I get to know and understand them better. With the shorter engagement periods, both me and the couple do the best that we can with
Yeah.
sharing the information that we can. There's a lot of, it's been hard too for a lot of couples this season because of rescheduling weddings. And like right on October 3rd, I have 3 weddings, which is something I would not normally do. But again, because of reschedules, it's something that I had to do. So I know it's put a lot more strain on vendors this season. So be kind to your vendors. We're gearing up.
going through it,
and we're
kiddo.
excited,
Yeah.
but we're kind of playing catch up. It's a little PTSD from like the COVID years.
Yeah.
Again, having to reschedule and feeling like you're constantly trying to catch up, but like trying to look forward while also like having to focus on the past.
Yeah.
And like,
Right.
you know, it's an interesting.
Yeah, you go to a venue and you're like, or like a bar or
Yeah.
even distillery, and you're like, this didn't look like this 8
Mm-mm.
months ago.
Yeah.
So Anna, thank you so much for taking the time, hanging out here at Engadine. We're sitting in the ceremony spot right now where couples usually get married. But if you're looking to book a wedding, book a celebration, book anything, Anna's one of the top wedding planners in this area, and feel free to check her out. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Boom.
Crushed it.